But look, I don't want us to settle that it was a good effort or it was close. It was unacceptable. And we've got to be better.
Hello, guys. Welcome to the team show here on the Blue Broad YouTube channel, proudly brought to you by Mr. Cabinets. We are here. It is Thursday, the 27th of March, 2025. We're here ahead of round 3. We've got the Dogs tomorrow. It's been a big day. Got so much to get through, so much to chat about. We have a guest coming on later. We have team news. We've got tickets to give away for those who are looking for tickets. Level 1 reserved seats. We're going to watch the press conference. We're going to have a chat about all things that are happening. And then at 6:20, we will find out exactly who is going to be playing, who's coming in, who's coming out. So good afternoon. Good to be here. Good to hang out with you all. This is the team show. Who we got here? Hyde. I think Hyde has been first in the chat 4 weeks in a row. Well done, Hyde. Hello, Eleanor. Surely Moya comes in. We'll find out. Tom is here. Chichio Dan is here. Partisan is here. Aiden. I'm sick. Eric is here. Hello, Maz. Am I back in the baggers? Yeah, the Harry news. Before the Harry news, I thought we were going to find a way to win. Didn't know how. Couldn't quantify how, but don't know. We'll see. Hello, Damien. You just had a nana nap. Love that for you. Sandra, the broken ankle is getting to me. Watch everything live. Oh, you got a broken ankle? Ouch. Well, I'm glad that we can be here while you recover. Fermi, why do they just cause us pain and misery? I know why. I'll tell you why. Hang on a minute. Oh, hang on. I actually found. Oh, I've lost it. Damn it. I found this Twitter account with really good quotes on it. And there was something about failure and how it's the key to success. That was my best guess, mate. But I don't know. Dens, you got a good feeling. Hello, Sam, Vobo, Eric, emotional crisis. Not yet. Hello, Tom. Maz got a good feeling about tomorrow night. LA Jai. Chris Broberg, what's happening with Harry McKay? We'll touch on it, but I mean, he's out. Personal reasons. That's ultimately what it is. Mick, Marcucci, Mark, Lancaster, Paul again from the sunny UK. This is a couple of weeks in a row now, mate. Good to have you here. Hello, Wayne, Luca, Rigotto, Dale, Heather, Mang Vaughan Network. This is Cal in Hobart. GBC. Hello. Pommy. This is great. Yeah, we're losing, etc. But legit, why is no one asking proper questions like why do you get on a bus but in a car? Makes no sense. Is it based on the size of a vehicle? What is it? Good afternoon to you, Pommy. What up, Richard? Hello, Danielle, Mark, Jared, Peter, Yos, Diana from Adelaide, heading down for the game tomorrow. What are you walking into? I don't know. Chichio, you're scared of 0-4 and then a disaster against the Eagles, mate. Let's just deal with 0-2 and getting through tomorrow before we talk about 3 rounds from now. Hello, Lou, Sammy Taylor, in Moya, White, Wilson, out Evans. So who else would come in your view, mate? Blues by 21. Hello, Jeffrey, Smigoff, Thomas, Jordan, how are we doing? Matt, I'm good. I just went and had a sauna into the ice bath. Feel great. I highly recommend it to anyone who has access to a sauna. Highly recommend it. Any stress that you're feeling, it's just, you have no time to think about it because you're just sweating it out and it's too hot and it just forces you to come back to the moment. It's fantastic stuff. What up, Rocco? Ethan really had a rough week. Need a Carlton win. Yeah, I think everyone needs a Carlton win. At least we don't have Noah Bolter on our side. Yeah, that's wild. Explicit Empress, hello. Looking at the spreadsheet, they can do it. Must-win game. You just know it's going to be for lack of a better word, a dogfight tomorrow. I don't think we can all go there expecting a clean game. Just a shit fight. Genki Rose, Matula, Luca, Tally, Thomas, hello. Slobbo, how good. My wife loves your brows. Thanks. Takes a lot of pain to get them looking like this, let me tell you now. What do I make of the fan reaction to the Harry news? I find the fan reaction to be, I mean, it is what it is. I use this analogy a lot. There's like on a spectrum of rational and irrational, everything is there. So you got people that come from the school of thought that, you know, it's weak, it's football, and it's pathetic, and blah, 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 blah. And then you got those who are ultra compassionate and whatever. And it's I don't actually think the frustration is towards Harry as much as what it is towards the club. And to be honest, I think any criticism that I see towards players is actually generated towards the club. Mate, this is human nature. We can pretend that we live in utopia and things have got to be right and every word's got to be perfect, but the reality is we don't. People project what is on the inside of themselves out into other things, and that's it. I mean, I said it in my video, which I filmed yesterday. I mean, I do have a space for, come on now, like real pressure in life. Let's get some perspective here. But also at the same time, I mean, if the man's struggling and he needs to put his hand up and step away, like that's tough to do. This isn't the first time Harry has struggled with mental challenges. You know, it was related to the goal kicking a few years back, and he's going through it. I would love for all of them to be so mentally strong that they can just get through. The reality is, like, some of them just aren't. They just are built different. They're wired different. I wish Harry would play tomorrow. I wish footy would be the thing that can help Harry play and get on top of it tomorrow. But right now, that's not the case. He's going through it. So it is what it is. Michael, Bacillus, you've read the script. We win tomorrow. It was great. Danielle, you were in the sauna. Love that. Grant Knott, Confucius say, man who walked through airport door sideways is always going to Bangkok. Oh, that's very good. That's very good. That is very, very good. Aiden, you've done the new TikTok trend where you put your face in a bowl of water and ice. I have seen that. Mick, still working out what my number 26 is, Tez. To be revealed. Oh, by the way, so I can officially say every single membership keyring has been posted. The last of them were posted yesterday. So over the next week or so, I am familiar that a few of you haven't received yours. Some of you have had damaged envelopes. Most of you, I think, will receive it. So say between now and the team show next week, if you still haven't received it, get in touch with me. I will send an email to all of the members early next week, but they're all out finally. Thank you for your patience. Pommy, did I get on the sauna or did I get in the sauna? Like, the definition of on is to be physically supported by it, but the chassis of the car supports me, thus I'm on the car seat. But you're not, are you? I sat on the bench in the sauna. That's what I did. Robbie Varley, hello, mate. Danielle, you went to the Kerno bathhouse. First cold plunge. Loved it so much. Love cold plunges. So good. Hello, Joe. Rocco, you're about to get stuck into a pie and a pasty for lunch. Love that. Hello, Andrew. Rocco, your wife also loves my brows. Thanks. John, can't believe people are already writing off the season totally. Yeah, it's getting pretty. Yeah. They say the Twins feel each other's pain. I blame Ben, who wouldn't feel horrible playing for the Bombers. Yeah. Slobbo, 6 a.m. sunrise chants and mindset meditation, followed by a slap in the face from your mentor to wake you up to the reality of life. Hey, I've got a question. What do you do to look after yourself? What do you do for your well-being? What are things that you do? Like what makes you handle stress? Like, what do you do? We may look better with Sauce at centre half forward. Maybe. I feel mentally drained. It's only round 3, wondering what is going on within the club and fans turning on one another. Yeah, that's the part that we've got to try and prevent. Like, just can't be turning in on each other. It's hard because it's frustrating and everyone's feeling it. It's just a game. This negativity must be affecting them as players. If you want to win, give them good vibes. I mean, yeah. Just seen the news on McKay. What the fuck's happening? Yeah. Fair question. What up, Kate? Hello. Kate from New Zealand. All right, let's start the way. Oh, you know what? Some of you. Yeah. Have I tinted my brows? No. Do you think I need to tint my brows? No, not at all. Never use Aramex as a courier. You'll be right. Worst courier in Australia. Love that. Jake, you're taking your kids to the footy tomorrow night for your first game of the season and your daughter's first game in person, hoping they can pull together for the fans, especially the young ones. Yes. Rush, you'd like to cook a nice curry for your mental health. Hyde, you like to watch Hawthorn play footy. John, you drink. Aiden, you walk, gym, and talk to friends. Jam Media, you have olive spread with crackers since I can't have my footy victory donuts. Eric, lucky enough that my job calms me down. That's a great job to have. Keegs, you go to the gym to work on yourself. Vince, you meditate, look at sunrises and sunsets. You take the dogs for a walk. Richard, you whistle. Rocco, you eat. Partisan, you kick the footy. Kaz, you have a hard drink. Slovo, you smoke darts and drink VP. Best way to handle stress is to switch off from all Carlton content. Fair enough. It's pretty heavy lately. Morning walk every morning, 5 a.m., working out, playing with my German Shepherd, enjoying my hobbies, but most importantly, talking to people who I hold dear to me. Genki, you go for long walks to deal with stress. Dion, you stop watching Carlton, then my fears and anxiety wash away. Oh my goodness. My cold has disallowed me from going to the gym, which has pissed me off. I hope my strength and muscle memory will still be there. It'll be there. If we lose this game, do we think of sacking Voss? I don't know, man. Put on the vinyl, loud. Sleep and exercise. Yup. Shane, g'day, mate. First of 15 wins for the season coming up tomorrow night. Would love that. Normally to handle stress, I go to the footy. Yeah, it's been a great 2 weeks. Yeah. Jack, you go for a run to clear the mind. Thinking of the real bad shit in life benefits me greatly. Stress handling, bullet point from the problem, 10 things that are the outcomes, emotionals, then answer one. Wait, what? Stress handling, bullet point from the problem, 10 things that are the outcomes, emotionals, then answer one of 3. Is it air? Is it love? Or is it needed for life? Once I see no for each, I realize it's not real. Nice. Oh, Aiden, that's terrible news, mate. Venus, walk, gym, guided meditation, learn language, learn instrument, gym, hike, mountain bike riding, and fishing. Danielle, when I'm stressed, sometimes I dance, sometimes I pray, sometimes I put my headphones on and listen to Blue Abroad. Having 4 girls, I get stressed out a lot. Kate, when did I post yours? It would have been like last Friday, I'm going to say. The internationals will be a little bit longer generally, but I definitely sent yours through. Waiting for a package. This oven hasn't arrived. Aramex rats. Tim, you like to look at your bonsai with a drink in hand? Try to accept the situation as part of the journey. I like this from you, Sammy. Play with the sea serpent. I watch a Chris Scott press conference after they lose. Sandra, you play with Reva, the dog that I met. I did meet Reva. Josh Wyatt, you go for a walk, put on a Oasis album, and life's good. Kylie, you take time out from the kids. Thomas, show us your Supercoach side. I'm not doing Supercoach. This is the first year since I was in year 12. 2000. This is the first time since 2008 that I have not entered a Supercoach team or a fantasy team. Yeah. Chichio, you watched the VHS of 1995. Yeah. You run, weights, Limp Biscuit, break stuff in the car real loud, check what the universe is doing to me. Yeah. Bro, I'm so over negativity every week. Yeah. I was talking about it earlier. The only positive vibe that I can remember for 2025 so far has been the GWS practice match, which was obviously just a practice match. So, yeah. Smokey for the week, Tez. Smokey for the week. The Blues. I also think the Suns. Rumors on Facebook, Evans and Boyd are in, Campo and Haynes out. Yeah, I've seen Evans and Boyd in, Camporelli and Cooper Lord out. I've seen that a bit. Heard that a little bit. All right. What up, Hawker? You watched the 2008 last game where Buddy kicked 100, Fevers on 99. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Glad you enjoy it. All right. So, Slobbo, basically, it's to realize emotions are real. They're a reaction to the unknown. Like negativity isn't real only if you absorb it, and if you do, it's on you. So it's air, life, love. If it's not, zero need. Yeah, it's good. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going Instagram. We are going to watch the press conference, which I haven't seen yet. I genuinely don't watch the press conference because I wait until we're here. Now, before we do that, you know that Mr. Cabinets is the sponsor of this show, 2nd year running. That is the Mr. Cabinets Instagram account. I just had a look. I think we can run up his followers. He's got 5,088. So if you have Instagram, click that link, give him a follow. Just run his account up. They're doing some great stuff there. This is a 3rd generation Carlton family. And in the meantime, I'm going to get the press conference ready. Okay. All right. I'm going to get the press conference ready. Share my screen. Okay. Let's do it.
McKay, how's he doing?
Oh, he's doing okay.
Harry McKay, how's he doing?
First question, Harry McKay.
Oh, he's doing okay. Yeah, obviously was dealing with a few things during the week. Took some time away from the club, but obviously felt best that he doesn't play this week. So give him the space that he needs to be able to work through a few things and not necessarily put a time frame on it, but hopefully he'll be back soon.
Is he back at the club?
Yes. No, he's back at the club. So he come back Wednesday, and he needed a few days away, and use the opportunity just to create a little bit of space. And obviously now we respect his privacy, and us as a team, we get on with things.
How do you sort of balance the protection of him with the focus on Friday night? Like, how do you sort of usher him through the next couple of weeks?
Well, it's always player over performance in terms of just being able to look after the person first, and that's what the position we've taken. And so he'll get the support he needs. As a footy club, clearly we wrap our arms around him, as I hope the whole football industry does. So we'll give him the time that he needs, and then we obviously focus on the football. So that's essentially what we do every single week. Is there's a point in time in the week where it's about what we need to be able to do next, and obviously we're at that point.
And so what does that mean for your forward mix then? Can we expect to see Silvani forward, or maybe...
I don't know if you heard that. The question was, what do you expect that to do for the forward mix this week?
Yeah, well, Kempy's obviously been a bit of a mainstay there, so I don't imagine him changing too much. But obviously, I also won't disclose too much either. So we'll sort of keep that for now, and then we'll obviously make decisions around what that forward line needs to look like. We'll balance that up with obviously trying to establish a cohesion as well with the group. And we've had a pretty stable group over the course of the pre-season, and a really important part for us is about being able to develop that consistency and that cohesion with the group, because we probably haven't had that in the last 2 or 3 seasons, but we've been afforded that so far. So the early parts of the year we've been a little bit stable, but we also acknowledge we've got a little bit to work on.
An observation, Charlie Curnow spent a lot of time up the ground. I think one of the stats was 58% of the time in defensive half, and then 42 in forward. Are you comfortable with that split? Is that something you've been working towards?
Question was around Charlie. It's actually a great question. The question was around Charlie and the percentage of time in the back half compared to the forward half. And the question is, are you comfortable with that?
That's a good stat. Didn't know that. Maybe we'll go 52-48 the other way. Obviously, we want Charlie to be able to play more in the front half. It's a real strength of his and strength of ours that we've got him there. It's also giving him the ability, because he's got a fair bit of different strengths about him. One of his great strengths is a genuine athlete, and he can move. So if we can play him in, I guess, higher up the ground as you described it, then we'll do that. But then sort of obviously reset forward when we need to. So he's still obviously establishing his game and coming back into the form that he wants. But we're pretty happy having him back out there.
How much added pressure does starting 0-2 bring into this game? I mean, Friday night footy, big blockbuster occasion. How much do you, the prospect of going 0-3, how much pressure does that add?
Question was, what's the prospect of going 0-3? What does that do?
Don't tend to focus hell of a lot on the scoreboard coming into the game. What I do focus on is a lot about how we execute, and so our game, this presents a different sort of challenge with a different team on how we get that done. So what I do know though is if we get that right, we can obviously turn that ledger around. So for us, it's about sort of probably getting to work during the week and working out where those parts are. We've had, for majority of the early part of the season, there's been some good parts to our game, some real strong parts of our game that we've gone to work on. But we also acknowledge that clearly there's a couple of parts that we need to improve. So we'll keep getting after it.
Talk about stability in terms of keeping the right mix. Jack Silvani, you wanted to play him back, had to play him forward. How do you balance, I guess, the necessity versus the other?
How do you balance Jack Silvani forward and back?
Yeah, well, one piece is not too big a piece. Like we're talking about overall stability, but it's certainly a consideration for either, to be honest with you. So, look, we'll just weigh that up, and just obviously whether he plays back and we can throw him forward, that's a possibility. We've tried to add that flexibility as with Kempy, being able to play forward and also go back. So we've had a couple of those parts of our game in terms of positional moves that we can make if we need to through in game. But also we want to have a reliability in the way we turn up and how we show up and, and how we compete as a football team. And, pretty comfortable that we've had a couple of weeks where we've been able to do that in the majority. And we have to be able to make sure that we can do that consistently for certainly within this game.
Sam Darcy, he's a big boy. The Dogs, 208 centimetres. When he sticks his arms up even higher, and then when he gets the jump, it makes it pretty hard to stop.
Asking about Sam Darcy and stopping him.
Like him from having an impact.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely the wrong person to ask how to defend a 208 centimetre person. That's for sure. So, but he's been impressive, hasn't he? Like his sort of growth over the last 18 months is obviously he's become a really important player for the Dogs. So we'll have our hands full. Obviously, we've got some contingencies in place as well that we need to be able to have. But in the end, you've got to rely on the matchup that you've been given and support that matchup also gets. Because clearly his reach is pretty impressive and he's a strong contested mark. So like any good players, you got to try and mitigate your strengths as much as you can, but also acknowledge you're not going to take it all away at the same time.
The pressure around the ball will also.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, I think we can acknowledge that any defence is going to break down if we're not on with our pressure around the ball. So yeah, obviously we're going to try and make it as hard as we can and try and get that ball as high as we possibly can. But at times we also appreciate that they are going to break through and there are going to be some breakdowns in our defence, and we just ask our defenders to scramble as best they can, and whoever gets that matchup, can get that job, which we're confident can get done.
What did you find in the review? Did it sort of back up what you initially thought post game, that there are a lot of good things and you were moving in the right direction?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've spoken a lot about what we want to value over the course of the pre-season, and you've heard me talk about it here, and make no apologies for wanting to value defence first. And so we'll keep chasing that, and that's something that for us we've been particularly happy with. It doesn't guarantee or roll in that you're going to do that the next week, because an opposition will throw different challenges at you. But if we're building our base off a contest style and a defence first, and we sort of can tinker with some of the other things, then that's the way we're going to go forward with.
The club released the video of your address to the players afterwards. What were the reasons behind, releasing that footage?
I just think
That's an interesting question. He asked around the club releasing the footage in the rooms after the game.
All part of what we're trying to do is bring everyone along with a ride along the journey, and so it's a really important connection piece to us, and we want to be as transparent as possible about what we're trying to build. So it's not unusual. We've done that quite a fair bit, and the main reason for that is because of, we are sort of want to connect into our supporters and understanding what we want to value, and as I said in that particular video, like that's the process. Okay, the 4 points don't go your way, and acknowledge that we've got to get better. That's clear. But at the same time, sort of making sure that we acknowledge the things we want to continue to value are there, and we've got to make them strengths of ours.
And the ball movement at the moment, is that all related to what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think we need to acknowledge we need to do a little bit better about that. But I don't tend to get bogged down too much on that, because, as I said, it's we've got a funny way of being able to put a spotlight on something and just go after that, and then other parts of your game fall apart. So it'll still be built on how we defend and what sort of contest we want to bring to the game. And then when we get better looks from better parts of the ground, which we are, how do we finish our plays? And it's been something we've been quite efficient at in the past, but it's clearly right now that's something that we've got to go to work on.
Is that related to defence, in that you get the ball back in more dangerous positions?
No, not really. Some of it's just we've spent a hell of a lot of time on the way we want to be able to move the ball and the roles that go within that, and how we can maximise our efficiency. Every team's trying to achieve that, but one of the big challenges that every team wants is to be able to attack from better positions on the ground. So we've been able to do that. So let's get really clear on that, and then how do we build from there? All right. Cheers. Thank you.
Yeah, right. thoughts? If you're joining late, I'm going to play one video. To be fair, this is after a game. But we were talking about it recently. This was after that Geelong game.
But look, I don't want us to settle that it was a good effort or it was close. It was unacceptable. And we've got to be better.
I don't know who made that video, but that's cool. That's clever. Anyway. You want us to continue supporting Vossi, but the presses make it hard. Just another one. Vossi's energy has shifted. After that, he was tapped on the shoulder. I doubt it. We need more of that. Yeah. Never forget that 10 minutes back. Vossi has caught the Carlton disease. He speaks like a Carltonian, doesn't he? Think he's in denial about ball movement. We're playing rugby league when everyone else is playing rugby union. Telling us the club is being transparent after the game. I think it was clearly scripted. No, I don't think so. I don't think that was scripted at all. All right. Let's move along with that. Okay, I have a question. Is there anyone who is watching who is a member of Blue Abroad and needs tickets to the game tomorrow? I've got two. Got two to pass along. If you are a member of Blue Abroad and you need tickets to the game, just write yes. If you are not a member of Blue Abroad and you need tickets, just wait. Okay. Danny, explicit. Okay. Kate, you can't quite make it from New Zealand. That's okay. Jojo. All right. So what? Oh, no. We're not spinning the. We're kind of going to spin the thing. We're going to do it a little different. I'm going to be efficient. They are sitting together. They're next to each other. So, Steph, where is she? So Steph has offered her tickets. There's two. Level 1, section 34. 2 seats next to each other. Brody, you have 4 to give away. Oh, wow. Where'd you message? Oh, you were on Twitter. Okay. Level 3, section 29. Row E. Okay, so you can't do it. All right, well, there's 4 there. I'm going to give away these 2 first and see how we go. You want to get the wheel out? No, I'm not spinning the wheel. The reason why I'm not spinning the wheel is because I've realized most people who are members of Blue Abroad are members of the club and have their tickets sorted. So I'm going to get the special name out. Hang on. I'm going to make this super efficient so I'm not calling people, even though it's very entertaining for all of you. StreamYard giveaway tool. Okay. Wheel or we riot. Not this time. However, see that thing right there? That Chris Judd signed Brownlow medalist thing right there? That is going to be the giveaway when we play the Eagles. So just keep an eye out for that. That's going to be one of the next giveaways. So we'll spin the wheel for that one. Okay. If you are a member of Blue Abroad and you need tickets to the game tomorrow, type in the word Bulldogs like this. Do it in the next 60 seconds. And then this will come up. And then I will pick one of you. and the tickets are yours. So just write the word Bulldogs. You'll automatically be entered into this thing. Let me just share my screen so you know what's going down. All right. All right. Let this slow down for a sec. All right. That's us. We're done. Start collecting comments. 13. Nah. Yeah? 2, 3. All right. 4. Oh, okay. I can wait a little bit longer. Give it 30 seconds. It's just got to be the word Bulldogs. One word. And you only enter once. So if it's from, Blue Abroad members only who need tickets. You got to start collecting before you tell people to put the keyword in. No, that's not true. Look, it's going up. That's not true. It'll only enter one account one time. All right. I think we're done. Good luck. Ralph Panaccia. Congratulations, mate. Let me find you. Ralph, I don't think you're a member, mate. I don't think you're a member. I'm going to draw again. Ralph, are you watching? I'm looking at my list here. I don't see your name. I'm going to roll again. All right. Ekas. You're going to have to get in touch with me because I don't know what your real name is. Ekas. Message me somewhere. Message me somewhere so I know how to find you. I need to know that you're a member. I'll give it a bit of time. Please message me. Didn't realize it was members only. Okay, yes. Like I said, if you are a Blue Abroad member, let's draw again. This could be worse. No, we're going to figure this out. Jojo and Bailey. Jojo? Bailey? Is that you, Joanne? Joanne, is that you? I think so. I'm going to make a phone call. Hello, Eleanor. Let's have a look. I think this is the person.
Hello.
Hello, Joanne.
How you going?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
You wouldn't happen to be Jojo and Bailey on YouTube, would you?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, that's you. Fantastic.
That's me, yeah.
Okay, great. So I can give you tickets?
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, so much easier to do. Fantastic.
Awesome.
All right. So let me text you after this stream ends so I don't reveal your email, but I'll just need your email for I think it's Ticketek because it's a Marvel game
Okay.
or Ticketmaster. I don't know which one it is, to be honest. I'll figure that out.
Yep.
But
Okay.
you have 2 tickets reserved, level 1 tomorrow. Lock it in.
Awesome. It'll be our first game for the year, so hopefully we win.
Amazing. Thanks so much for being a part of it.
No worries.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Figured it out, guys. Figured out how to do it. Fantastic. Fantastic. Wait, so Brody. So there's 12 entries left. Make it 11 because one of them will be me. Brody has tickets to tomorrow's game. 4 of them. Level 3, row E. Those of you who are still here that actually entered, should we like go again? Spin it again? Yeah, last week was a disaster. Although that was kind of fun. That was kind of fun. Do it? All right. Spin again. These are for the level 3 tickets, which have been given to us from Brody. JAM Media. Love it. They're yours. I just don't know who you are. I need you to like tell me who you are so I can give you these tickets. Jojo and Bailey, my pleasure. My pleasure. My pleasure. JAM Media. Well, I need to. Oh. Ah. Got him. Got him. Got him. Got him. Got him. You did insta me. All right. I'm sure you remember. Pretty sure you remember. Yeah. Done. All right.
Hey, mate.
Johnny.
Yes,
JAM Media.
that is me.
Fantastic. Oh, I figured out how to do this. It's great.
No, all good. Thanks, bro.
No worries. I'll sort you out once this is done.
Done and done. I'm still watching on
Fantastic.
my couch.
Perfect. Predictions for tomorrow?
I want to say us by about 5 goals. I think we're just going to come out and just rip into it. And I'm probably going to laugh.
I'm laughing. Yeah.
But I mean, I did just wake up from a dream. So, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad that you'll be there to watch us win for the first time this year.
Let's replay this if we do, huh?
Yeah, lock it in.
Done.
All right, mate. Thanks again.
Thanks heaps.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, so much better. So much better. All right. Let me write this down. Okay. Joe. Okay. So, Johnny, Jam Media, you would need to get in touch with Brody. I'll do this later, but Brody has yours. Anyway, let's move along. Hey, if anybody wants to join in, come and say a few words. Hit the link. Join us. All right, that's done. Simon, hello, mate. Good to see you here. This is the other thing. It's going to be hot. So I was at Marvel Stadium the other week when North Melbourne played against the Dogs, and the roof is closed. So it's like a hot box in there. So hopefully it cools down a bit in the evening. Jack, it's so tough being a Blue supporter from Brisbane. Mate, I think you'd rather be a Blue supporter in Brisbane than in Melbourne right now. Who else? Oh, I wanted to watch some highlights because the teams are going to come out. I had these highlights ready for the show on Monday, but I never played them. So this is Jordan Boyd from the VFL last week.
Up
Check this
here,
out.
and he's still playing out there.
I think you don't miss to the right is what the saying is. You've got the ability to hook it left, but harder to miss right. Boyd goes long with the kick. Great mark taken there by Nelson on the outer side.
Take the free kick. He'll go looking for Ramsden. Riley got a hand to it. Here's Boyd in the long sleeves in the centre of the ground. Goes to the other half forward flank and cut.
You got Riley screaming for it down the line. They find Boyd. Now Boyd into the middle. This kick's got to be accurate. It was at one of those 45s in that turnover area. That one's centre half forward now for Box Hill.
So Jordan Boyd brings the footy back in. Long way from where he should be, Todd, as he goes back to Jordan Boyd.
Yeah, lemon to Boyd. Boyd in the middle now. Carlton picking up to his name today. 11-13, 79. Margin now at 15.
And Boyd wants to go quickly. Straight out of the goal square. Straight to goal. They're going to go quickly here, Todd.
And again with urgency, they get it to Boyd. Now Boyd will look. Instead, he'll stop and prop. He's got an option in the middle. Picks out his man there and being.
I watched those highlights. I'm not getting all Messiah complex on Jordan Boyd, but I reckon that's exactly what the team is lacking right now. So we've got about half an hour. What do you think is going to happen with team selection? Got a heat wave all week in Perth still going. Boyd, he played for the Footscray Bulldogs. Boyd hitting teammates. Pick him. Liam Jones is coming back this week. He's a good kick. Quick first option kicks. Hopefully he brings that urgency to the seniors. I think so. Surely Lewis Young stays in with Harry out. I think so. I think also to play on Sam Darcy. I don't know if Wiedering's going to play on Sam Darcy all game. I think Lewis Young has the attributes to reach him in the air. I'm going to be curious about that. Hitting targets is against our game plan. Also perfect conditions tomorrow. Reckon he can free Sardi. That would be needed. One of many things the team is lacking. Yeah, that sort of kicking, no doubt about it. Carlton player hitting targets. AI, right? Agree on Boyd. We need him. Good kick. It has a go. Evans and Boyd out. Campo and Lord. Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. That's what I think is going to happen. Bring on the waffle team. Callum, you are hearing Haynes and Camporelli. Yeah, where are you hearing this? Where are you hearing this? Or are you reading it online? When you say you're hearing, does that mean someone told you? Boyd in, Young out, Kemp back, Sauce forward, says Mick. We're lacking any players with heart for the club. Only Sauce, Rick, DeConing, and Weeders do. Maybe. Evans in, Boyd sub. I think it'll be just Boyd in and Cambo out with Ollie moving to the wing. Would like to see Moya in at the expense of Fogarty. We then lose a lot of defensive pressure. Moya's an interesting one. I think everyone just wants to see him because it's like we make concessions for him. I don't know yet. I think you've got to make a choice between Kemp and Moya, personally. Samuel, I feel like Young in defense would help us out a lot. Dogs do have a tall forward line. Young is the same height as Darcy. Yeah. What has Evans done to warrant selection? Well, he was in the best last week in the VFL. He was named in the best players. Voss already said Kemp is staying forward. That's true. People don't know the difference between hearing and read is, yeah. Darcy's 208, Young's like 198. Sam Darcy 208. Shit. He is. Lewis Young's 201. Jacob Wiedering is 195. There you go. Kareem the Dream. Get Wilson in the mid for some speed. One of the line coaches said during the week we need more aggressive ball use. Hopefully more players step up and it's not only Boyd. Well, it can be infectious. That's why I think Boyd's important. Because McGovern's got the trait in him as well when he's locked in. I think he's got it in him. Jai Moya is a big stage player. Is he though? Like, is he? How do we know that? Jordan, I hope there is a statement this week. Voss is becoming stale. Only reason we play so well when we get a new coach is because they take the leap. Then that's it. Needs to step it up. Definitely put Kemp and Boyd back. Well, Kemp's playing forward tomorrow. Vossi, he just said it. Don't think Fogarty provides as much as people think. Not this year anyway. I've still got faith in Fogarty. I think he's had two down games. One more and it might be time to make a change. But I think he does provide an important part to the team. Man, Darcy last week, that was wild watching him mark the ball. Hello, Tatum's tantrum. You want to see Moya named tonight. There's another one. Voss said Sauce was going to play defense last week, and how did that go for him? Yeah, that's true. Binns, Moya, Boyd in, Campo, Haynes, and Fogarty out. That'd make us a very, very young team. Young kept Hogan to 1 goal in the first GWS game last year. I didn't mind Lewis Young's game last week, apart from literally 2 contests. One was the first one of the game, and the other one was one more. But apart from that, I thought it was okay. Darcy will destroy Lewis Young. Need a double team. Moya will rise to the occasion in the VFL. Moya wasn't setting the VFL on fire end of last year. Came in, gave us a spark. Give him another go. Just got to play well. He actually started well last week in the VFL. First goal of the game. Regarding Fogarty, how long can you carry a small forward who doesn't have leg speed, isn't a great kick, and doesn't hit the scoreboard? Probably not for much longer. But I don't know if Fogarty's a small forward. I don't think he's playing as a small forward. We rotate a lot of forwards through the midfield at the moment. Wiedering simply must play on Darcy. Moya has done nothing because he kicked 1 fancy goal. Moya gives me Jack Martin vibes. On what evidence is he a big game player? AFL action. Did I hear Harry McKay is out? Yes. Everyone's glazing Moya. He comes in, doesn't impact. It'll be the same people that'll beg him to not play again in his second year. Yeah, this is exactly where I see that conversation going to. I think it's a case of haven't seen Moya play, but in theory, the idea of Moya's best and attributes would be ready to play. It's like the cycle. Same thing was happening. Same thing's been happening for years. I remember when it was like, why don't we play Josh Honey and invest the time into Josh Honey or Sam Philp or these types? Need to put work into Richards and Bailey Dale. They will carve us up on the spread if we don't. Well, we'll find out soon. We've got about 25 minutes to go. Paul Sebastiani should be here soon. Very soon, actually. We're expecting a response from Walsh. Yeah, I think so. It's a good call here. Tim Mavrikios, I'm still on board for us to make something out of the season, but we do need to get going a bit. We need to get going tomorrow. I think also just to feel a win, to get some sort of pulse of momentum going. I will admit I was a Fantasia hater, but after hearing the summer sessions up and watching the preseason, I've changed my mind. We need him or Durden to come in and play his role. He has similar attributes. I actually saw Corey Durden today. I was at the club in the morning. So how's this? The VFL have a bye. How's the timing? There was going to be a practice match. It's not going ahead. So we kind of miss out on that a little bit in terms of getting match play into the guys who were in the twos this week. Always seems to be when we don't need the VFL to have a bye that the VFL have a bye. Thoughts on Doc? For me, he goes back to provide leadership, play defensive role, who can rebound, or he's out. I think I agree with this. I think with Nick Newman out, no one's been able to really absorb that. Well, seemingly, no one's been able to absorb what Nick Newman does from an instruction standpoint. Doherty could be that guy. Fogarty, no speed, doesn't kick goals, can barely kick over 35 meters. Nowhere. Tom, I was chatting to one of our players last week, not saying who out of respect. They said Moya is one of those players who plays better at the higher level. That could very well be true. Honey. Josh Honey. I believe in Fogg and needs to find his confidence in himself. He will be fire. It's a big game for a couple of them tomorrow. I think Fogarty's one of them. What's happened to Lemmy? Is he ever playing AFL? I think he's a bit far away. I don't think he's ready for the level. Josh Honey at least knew how to crumb the ball. Well, I reckon he would be playing if he knew how to crumb the ball, because that's kind of what we need. The streets will never forget Josh Honey. They will definitely forget Josh Honey. I think the overall question about the youth is more around the development. What's going on with the development of these guys? I mean, Cooper Lord, okay, he's been in the side, but that group of Moya, Lemmy, and Binns, throw Billy Wilson in there. I thought at least one of them would be ready to step up this early in the year. Zoe, you got an important question. It's imperative that I answer. Ask the question. Is Pommy not doing these? Nah. So Pommy and Leckdog were doing them last year. I took over. For me, this is a good way to just hang out and enjoy. So there'll be various guests throughout the year. But pretty much for the first hour, I'll hang out here, just me. And if anybody wants to join in, you're free to call in, of course. Sort of like the fan cams, but minus the emotion. Put the link in the chat there if anybody does want to get in. Wouldn't mind seeing Will White. He looks lively. You know what? I've got other highlights here. Do you want to watch Jackson? Let's watch Jackson Binns highlights from last week. Let's do that. See how he went. This is from Carlton Blues fans, who does all the highlights.
Big man, intercepted, it got to Bianco, and then 25 out from goal. Only Jackson Binns is home, and Carlton on the outer side can turn this around.
Yeah, now
off to Archie Stevens, and now to the wing. Go the Carlton Footy Club. Nelson got it on to Binns. Half forward flank for Carlton. Called to play on. Kept running.
Mark almost taken now. It'll be a tough one. Wilson got it to Binns, and now
the handball backwards. Arundel's got to go in after it. Moya came from the other side of the compass. And now Jackson Binns gets the clearing kick for the Carlton Footy Club.
He got the clearing kick, though, but McQuide get it. Now the Blues will be reeling here. Binns takes the mark. And he'll...
Base is a really good ball for Ramsden. He tried to meet it on the bounce. It was fisted away, and Hogg goes short to Binns. Over the top to Hayes. Now they're in space here, the Blues.
And now Carlton will reel out of defence. They move that one. Hayes. He went short. He finds Binns. Binns looking for the option. Riley, he just galloped through club. He got a fitty, but he's gone with a hand pass to Binns. He said, I'm a ruckman. I don't kick it. You can. And moved it. Now
Hogg goes back to Ethan Phillips. Now Jackson Binns on show here at Icon Park. Half forward and Riley takes it.
He hits his man there. And now they're away across half back. What can Carlton do here? This kick has to be accurate. Finds Binns. Binns looking to go into the middle. Does. And now just starting to work for them.
Okay. There is also, I reckon I saw Will White highlights. I want to see how he's going. So this is Carlton Blues fans on Twitter, also YouTube. He uploads all the highlights individually of the plays. It's phenomenal stuff. Yeah, I thought I saw Will White here. Check this out. This is from the VFL last week.
The Blues will have it across half back here. They'll go down the wing. That one almost taken, scooped up well.
To it, here's Boyd in the long sleeves, in the center of the ground. Goes to the other half forward flank, and Carlton.
Now they'll move it quickly. They've got numbers on the outer side here. Turning and going is White. He wheeled around. They connect again. Dodgy, he just gets it now. He goes into the corridor. That kick had to be accurate, and it was. Carlton just looking to settle here. White, he moved it to the top. That man there in Stanley, he's played a great game so far. Look at him burst through, but that time he was run down and gone.
It's now with Will White, a fascinating story in his own right. Sweeps the handball over the top to the co-captain in Ramshaw. Quarter. Had a bit of the Sharon in the second half through the midfield. Looking for his teammate. Had a pick. Chiseling one to Darcy Hogg, who's now kicked a couple of goals. Into the centre square with Will White. Can they keep moving this footy with speed? They will.
For them, it was a good mark there by Hogg. He's been busy, and Hogg picks out a man. And he's just limping too after he's taken that as well this season. Let's see what he can do. Waste no time. Gives himself a little bit of arc on the left. And it's home. And Will White gets another back for the Blues. That's 4 in a row now. And only a behind going the other way. So now brings...
Okay. Okay. He's coming along nicely. It's not too bad. What holiday destination will you be going to once the season ends? I say visit Europe, go to Greece, Albania, Croatia, Macedonia. You'll absolutely love it. I've been to Greece. I haven't been to any of those other places, though. I don't know. I'll definitely train again. Honestly, just Thailand again, probably. I have a question. I want to put a poll up. I'm going to put a poll up right now. I want to ask a question about the Freddie Mercury thing. You know how they do at our home game, they do Freddie Mercury, the AO, and then they play Seven Nation Army. I'm going to write Freddie Mercury, yes or no. There's no right answer. There's just opinions. And I want to see where this sits. Like, what do you think about the pre-game sound that they try and get going? Tatum's. We should beat the Doggies. They're missing some huge names. I think we are now too. It's getting to that point. You love Freddie, but no. Oh, mate. This is just I'm not right, I'm not wrong. It literally just screeches in my ears now. I think Seven Nation Army is fantastic, but just do Seven Nation Army on its own, personally. Okay, 105 votes. I reckon we can get at least 200 votes. So you're only watching on YouTube. So in the live chat, there's a poll. All you got to do is just hit yes or no. I would walk 500 miles. Should play Thunderstruck. Oh, yeah. Doesn't suit the game. Love the idea of it. If it didn't catch on by now, move along. I have 12 Freddy tattoos and I fucking hate that shit. I do it again. Well, the alternative that I'm going to suggest is just play Seven Nation Army because it's a cool song. But by the time, to catch on for the Freddie Mercury thing and then catch on to Seven Nation Army, I feel like you got to go one at a time. I'll tear my membership up if they play it again. I watched a guy throw his scarf off level 2 in round 1. Yeah. Hope the fan base don't boo Kennedy. Oh, yeah. I don't think we will. I mean, we might. Would you? Would anyone here boo Kennedy? I don't think it'll happen tomorrow. I think there's a lot of love for Kennedy. Highway to Hell would be applicable now. There is a wrong answer. I agree. Freddie Mercury is fucking dreadful. Oh, man. I'm going to have nightmares thinking about it tonight. Imagine they just don't do it tomorrow and they go straight into Seven Nation Army. We'll just be... They're going to play it tomorrow. They're definitely going to play it tomorrow. Seven Nation Army part is fine. Boys need a better walkout track. How about the Carlton theme song? Yes, only the white stripes for me. Oof. Oh, there's an update on the Dogs. Riders on the Storm. Just play True Blue. Okay, so there'll be no... Okay. All right, it's nothing. Bontempelli out. Trelaw out. Jamara still out. Okay, whatever. We know it's happening again. It's definitely happening again tomorrow. Ugh. Oh, man. Was it an $80 scarf? What if Kennedy cleans up one of our guys? Well, then that turns. I was actually having this conversation with Ari yesterday on the Biased Footy show. You know how there's this tension with all of us now? There's just frustration. Imagine we're talking about Rory Lobb, and imagine if he had gone to spoil, I don't know, De Koning, and then punched De Koning in the face, and really any one of our players, but there's certain players that we're really protective of. I think that would kind of activate, hopefully, the playing group, and then activate the crowd to get back fully behind him again. Almost the physicality, the violence, and the tension would be directed at someone like Rory Lobb. We were talking about it last night. I think a bit of biff isn't a bad thing right now. The other thing to that is, what if something happens to one of our players and none of the boys fly the flag? That's the other part of it. Gotta love everyone giving a moment of silence. Freddie. Liam Jones. Yeah, you'd boo Liam Jones? I don't think Liam... What did Liam Jones do? Didn't we kick him out because he didn't want to get the jab? He didn't take the vaccine, and so we didn't carry forward with him. I mean, yeah. Would I ever revert back to in-person fan cams? I think, to be honest, I love doing it in the studio. I just think there's more people that watch the game from who are not at the stadium than who are. Unless we did live fan cams from outside the ground. But I like the idea of at least being able to, get home and breathe and get comfortable and be in the comfort of our own homes and then start the session. Personally, have I seen the A-League violin version they did? Yes, she was at one of our games. Her name is Evangelina. Pretty sure she's Greek. We have a song. It's our theme song. So we've got 180 votes, 77% say no, 23% say yes. I think we would need to get thousands of people. If we put like a petition together, it would need like thousands of signatures in order to actually take effect. Bam Bam is going to have kicked 2 goals and have 30 disposals. Yeah. 100% shouldn't have either Seven Nation Army or Freddie. The fact the club admitted it comes from another club sends the wrong message. Yeah. Still got the Blues. Gary Moore would be good. Ben, hello mate. Spoke to Bam Bam on the sunny coast. Lovely bloke. He loves the Blues. Reminisced a semi-final game versus Melbourne. Yeah. Question would be, if you don't have Freddie, what are the options? I'm Blue Double D. Is it? Well, my suggestion would be just play Seven Nation Army instead of playing both of them. Daryl, I missed your first comment. Hang on, where's your first comment? Where is your... Oh. The problem now is that we are not near the best and we are not near the worst, but getting there. So now we're stuck in the middle, which is the absolute worst place to be. 1 of 2. 2 of 2. This group isn't going to get it done. So another rebuild is close by. No draft picks next year. Tassie coming in a couple of years. Eat up all the draft picks for a couple of years. Yeah, I think that's the fear. No doubt about that. Fans didn't do much when Lynch was at his usual thugness. I think neither did the players, but true. That's true. We still love Kennedy. I don't think we should have gone Houston. I don't care if people boo or cheer ex-players. Dangerous game when mortals become moral compasses. Yeah. Kate, that's fair. 8 minutes. 8 minutes until the teams. So from memory, I think there's going to be a Channel 7 update in 3 minutes. So those of you who are watching and have a TV on nearby, please keep an eye out for that, because I think Channel 7 released the teams first. Then at about 6:20, we see the teams. Pommy, personally always respected Jones. Loads of players attempted to dodge it. He was one of the few with the morals to stick up for his values. Fair. I agree. I agree. Fair play to him. Rory Lobb, look for me tomorrow with the green hair. Oh, yeah. They got the new start written and should be using that. That's too hard basket because it's new. We can't be doing anything that's new. Yep. Angels by Robbie Williams right into bounce with the lights out chills. It's not a bad idea. Why can't Carlton come up with their own thing? Well, I mean, most things in life come from somewhere else. Steve, fuck the song. Just fucking win. Amen, mate. Yeah, I agree. Robbie Williams makes sense. It's not really hype music. I think I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to get something going that the crowd will get involved in. Kind of like what Port Adelaide have. Like, Never Tear Us Apart is phenomenal. It is. It truly is. It is incredible when it's in full voice. Or maybe we're just not that people. Maybe we're just not that kind of crowd. Can't believe Terry's gone. 1 hour live for Evans and Boyd in. Hey, man, I've come live so we can hang out. That's kind of why I'm here. Better by the Screaming Jets. Awesome scream song. Also, what we need to do, be better. That's a message. DeConing's in the air. Pre-game. Not bad. Not bad. Yesterday by the Beatles. I play and sing Yesterday by the Beatles when things are going bad. It's like when things are depressed and I want to laugh, I listen to Yesterday by the Beatles. Why don't I let the fans have a vote on something and try and be more creative with us fans? Stephen, don't be ridiculous, mate. Going to have to start listening to the fans if they want the fans to be part of the rev up. That's true. I don't know, man. I think also it's not helping that we're losing. So vibes are down and everyone's pissed off. So it's hard to get a crowd going when the crowd is generally pissed off with what's happening. Channel 7. Boyd and Evans in for Camporelli and Lord. There you go. Boyd, Evans, in, out, Campo and Lord. There you go. So that's from Channel 7. In about 4 minutes, I'll have the teams up on screen and we can see who is named where. But yeah, I was reading this quite a bit. Some people were suggesting Nick Haynes would come out, but no. So Jordan Boyd and Francis Evans are in for Lucas Camporelli and Cooper Lord. Who was the sub last week? Who got subbed? Did Lucas come out last week? Was he the sub? Campo came off, Lord was in. Okay. Yeah. Wayne, Barry Manillo, can't smile without you. Oh, yeah? Lampo, yeah. All right. We are a few minutes away from the teams coming up on screen. We'll get them ready here. 7:40 p.m. tomorrow night. That also means fan cam starts a little bit later. Why drop kids? Well, you want to win. Like now, right? Like tomorrow, you want to win. Asking the fans only applies if you think you're Italian and own a property mogul business. 230 votes. Freddie Mercury. 77% say no. Is that enough? Is that enough data to give? Or is it too small a sample size? Maybe we should do a proper letter, a petition. Turn that fucking thing off. Paolo.
Good evening, sir, and ladies and gentlemen in the audience. How are we?
We are good, mate. Before we start, what's your vote? Do you like Freddie Mercury and Seven Nation Army? Do you think it should be just Seven Nation Army? Like when you hear the or like, does it fire you up?
Nah, it doesn't work, mate.
Like it's been enough time, right? Like we now know it's not working.
It doesn't work. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. There's too much going on before the game. You've got 800 songs and there's no and no one on the mic builds it up either. Like the MC at the ground doesn't build up towards asking the crowd to get involved with it as well.
True.
So apologies for my tardiness as well. Just lobbed home from work, so busy day, ready to rock and roll. Busy 48 hours just quietly.
Well,
wow.
I was saying this yesterday with Ari on the Bias Footy show, and I was saying, like, you work where you work. You breaking the news that's what you do, right?
Correct.
How that news got out so quickly is where I'm a bit concerned.
Yeah, well, it's leaked out pretty fast. The details are still very sketchy, though, about it all, which is why when I heard what I heard, it was just, to me, team news that he's not playing tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that's that. That's that. The rest of it, and we may never know exactly what the details are. You've got to be very, very careful how you report these kind of things as well. So, yeah, it's a very, we don't know what's going on at the moment. We just know it's a personal issue. So that's it.
Yeah. Teams, have you seen them?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have. I thought, yeah, I mean, they've gone the easy targets, haven't they, to drop?
Yeah, I was a bit surprised that Lord came out.
Yeah, I know. Like Camporelli, Lucas wasn't amazing, but I thought he was stiff to get dropped. But look, they'll probably play Doherty through there as well. They're going with a bit more experience. So Boyd, we just need in the team now. We just need that. We need that ball user in the team now. And Evans interested me.
I saw that he was in the best for the VFL last week. I think there's a misconception around Evans. Someone said to me earlier today, "Oh, it's one of Vossi's favourites." It's like, well, no, Voss never coached him. That they didn't overlap at Port Adelaide.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
Vossi's favourites. Even if he was, he got removed from Port Adelaide. So. Oh, look, he's obviously done something right because he's been considered so early in the season, and it's not as though we've got a shortage of smalls up there and half forwards at the moment. We're running out of keys at the moment. So over to you, Charlie and Kemp. Let's see what you can do. So yeah, we just need, we need, and just wary, like we just need a little circuit breaker at the moment. We just need a win.
We need some nourishment, man.
We need a win just to sometimes that feeling of a win can just absolve you of everything that's going on at the moment. And like I said a couple of days ago on Twitter and X, that good players can mask and hide a lot of issues, whether that's on the field or off the field. We've got a lot of those players there, but it wouldn't surprise me if we come out tomorrow and win quite comfortably. Conversely, the opposite could be true. But there's almost zero evidence I say there's zero evidence to go off, but I do think we'll win tomorrow night. I'm pretty confident we'll win. So I'll probably be made to look like a moron after that, but no, I do think we'll win. It's more gut feel over evidence and analytics, but I do think we'll win.
Yeah. I just think. I think you nailed it there. Just to feel something, like just to get something going. It's hard to find momentum when you just don't have it. When you don't have momentum, you lose confidence as well. And
yeah. Oh, look, mate, I'm convinced we just need a circuit breaker, and then I don't know what that leads to. If it's a circuit breaker this week or next, I don't know. It's still, it is still early in the season, but it's not early in this tenure at the moment. So everybody's trying to find the balance between the two, but it's not looking good, bruv, at the moment.
It's not looking good, bruv. I don't have the facilities for that.
No. I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
Big man. Some interesting names in some interesting spots on this team list. Right. So Lewis Young, back pocket, Wiedering with Cowan. No real shock there. Sard, McGovern, Hollands, half back. They've named Akers, Cripps, and Cottrell on the wing, which we'll see if that is, obviously it's just a team list. Motlop, Silvani, Fogarty, half forward. Fogarty playing his 50th game for the club.
Congratulations.
Kemp, Kerno, and Sam Doherty named in the forward line with DeConing, Chera, Hewitt, and then the interchange bench says Nick Haynes, Sam Walsh, Jordan Boyd, Zach Williams, Francis Evans.
Okay.
So who's your sub?
What's the bench? Haynes, Boyd,
Walsh, Boyd, Williams, and Evans.
Evans, isn't it? Process of elimination. When you think about it, it feels like that, doesn't it? And I suppose he would be labelled an aggressive sub. Is that, he's an attacking-minded player, I assume. So I don't mind that, but I'd be loath to think that Boyd is the sub. He's just, to me, if he's getting picked, he's playing. He's that type of impact player when he has the ball in his hand. So. Yeah, the VFL didn't exactly. Aside from Boyd, there was no one really bashing the door down to come into the VFL team. So
true. I'm going to share here. So the Dogs, Liam Jones is in, James O'Donnell is in, Taylor DeRay and Arthur Jones is out.
Right.
I actually like James
O'Donnell. Yeah, there you go.
yeah. I'm a big fan. He's the cricketer, right? He's the former cricketer.
His father is Simon O'Donnell, Scoob, who was famous Aussie cricketer back in the day. He actually used to work with us at SEN Track until he retired. I think where have they got? I think his farm's up north. I think Kilmore or Heathcote or Bendigo or something like that. Big horse. Used to own a lot of horses. Did his father, Simon O'Donnell? So really, really good user of the ball as well. He's got a penetrating kick too. So interesting to see Jonesy back as well. So look, they're a good team, the Doggies. They made the 8 last year, and they've got their own off-field issues at the moment, which they seem to be dealing with, at least on the surface, quite well. They were good against Collingwood last week, and probably stiff to not to win that game. But we're just coming into this game with the weight of the world on our shoulders at the moment, given what's happened on the field and off the field as well. So, like I said, I think we just need a circuit breaker, and I think a win tomorrow will do us the world of good. It'll put some smiles on some faces after a gloomy, bloody fortnight.
Oh man, it's been so sensitive,
hasn't it?
Yeah, sensitive.
Yeah, I feel like everybody's looking over their shoulders at the moment when they talk about the club.
You know what
who's coming to give me the death knock next?
You know what I've noticed? It's the whenever you talk to someone like, what do you think about the game, or like, how's Carlton going? It's the sigh.
It's the sigh. Yeah, followed by the patronising, followed by the it'll get better soon. Yeah, Thanks. That made me feel real good. Thank you. Well, we'll be there with bells and whistles tomorrow night, so looking forward to it. Should be. I wonder what the crowd's going to be, because the crowd I thought was pretty disappointing last week.
Yeah, it was 60-odd thousand. Perfect conditions.
40?
Surely we're going to get 40. Like I was hoping for like 47, like a packed.
Yeah, you would not want to be a beer tomorrow night. I'll give you the tip. It is going to be a fantastic day.
It's going to be hot and even more frustrating. We're going to be sweating bullets, and the tension is going to be palpable.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I haven't had a beer for a while, to be honest. I reckon I might get my first one in tomorrow night at about 5:45 p.m. when I get to the ground, just to calm the nerves, take the edge off.
Something's got to give eventually, right? Something's got to give.
Yeah, I think I feel like it'll take a Herculean performance from one of our players, and I speak of Cripps and Kerno. So I know that's probably not what we want to hear, because it's Messiah complex in a team, but I do feel that one of them is in for a big one. So,
Well, I think the last time we played the Dogs, Charlie might have kicked 2 goals 7 or 3 goals 7.
yeah, he missed a fair bit, didn't he? Yeah, we butchered the ball that day, which is it's just a plague of the team, isn't it? It's always around the corner.
Yeah.
It's always around the corner.
Yep.
So,
So you're predicting a win. You think we'll win tomorrow?
yeah, third time lucky, third time's a charm. First game at Marvel, need to win. I'm clutching at straws, but I got to give people something. we got to give the punters something.
I was confident. I was really confident until the Harry news. Personally, not because
not because of the output on field, just because of what it means, or
I just think to have Harry and Charlie in the same team, regardless of what form they're in, it just the opposition have to play their best defenders there. So I think Charlie needs Harry. I think Harry needs Charlie.
Well, I got a good idea.
Sorry, I thought they needed each other.
Yeah, I got a good idea. Why doesn't Brody Kemp do something instead of just standing there like a beanpole for the first 2 weeks?
Yeah, he needs to really perform. Yeah,
he needs to pull his finger out of his sphincter. That's what he needs to do. Tell you, mate, it's the Tottenham gene. I'm telling you, mate.
Oh,
Voss goes to Tottenham. Kemp supports Tottenham. Did Voss? I'll tell you what, Voss looked dishevelled in his press conference today. Looked like he just woke up. he was kind of unshaven. The hair wasn't really all, like he just, fair dinkum looked like he just woke up.
It was very, it might rub off tomorrow, just like, doesn't need to look pretty. I just think it's going to be ugly tomorrow. Just ugly shit fight.
Maybe. It might be.
I'm going to expect an ugly shit fight.
Even if we win 50-60.
Yep.
Take that and then just get a win and get some confidence into the, well, not necessarily confidence, but just get something going into that Collingwood game rather than it being just such another high pressure scenario rather than staring down the barrel of 0-4, because you know what happens when we stare down the barrel of those things and it's early and the pressure's on, that we have this tendency to implode.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah. I'm excited for tomorrow. I want to see, as much as it's been gloomy and dreary, I want to see what unfolds at the game. I know it's been a tough old start to the year from January, really, when you think about it. But I'm still excited. The footy's here. It's just it's something to talk about. We're going to analyse it to within an inch of its life. We'll analyse it to death, and then at 10:30 p.m. tomorrow, we'll know exactly what's happening. I just want to see the chat, and I want to see people up and about. I just want to sing the song as well after the game.
I do, yeah. I want the vibes, man. Like at this point, people are sort of been saying, "Oh, you're asking for too much, and you're entitled." I'm like, I'm not even asking for a premiership at this point. Just, can I have a good night?
Yeah, just give me a win. Just don't make me sit. Yeah, just don't make me sit in my seat with my head in my hands. Let me stand up with 5 minutes to go, shaking people's hands next to me, saying, "Right, job done. On to next week."
Just want to see a random person tomorrow and then just give them a hug and that's what I'm looking for.
What? Do you know what would be good? And I think the best thing for us would be to win a nail biter, to feel that real emotion. I reckon that'd be good for us. I think that'd be good that'd be good for the team. But we'll find out. The odds are saying it's going to be a very, very close one. So hopefully we can get the job done, mate.
Fingers crossed. Well, thanks for tuning in, mate. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. And I'll see you at the ground tomorrow night, and make sure we pack it out. And not make sure, we usually do, and we're always loud. So
we will.
Go Baggers.
Go Blues. See you, mate. All right. There's your team, guys. That's it right there. Jordan Boyd is in. Francis Evans is in. Lucas Camporelli is out. Cooper Lord is out. The interchange bench is Haynes, Walsh, Boyd, Williams, and Evans. The Dogs have Jones and O'Donnell in, Taylor Duray and Jones out. That's that. Thanks to those who entered the competition for the tickets. I'll sort them out right now. Don't forget, on your way out, hit up Mr. Cabinets on Instagram. Give him a follow. Mr. Cabinets is the sponsor of the team show, second year running. So get behind them. We'll go from there. Tomorrow, I will be live at midday. Bit of a game day chat. See how we're doing. So 12 o'clock, jump on with me. I'll put the link in the chat during there, and you can call in. I'd kind of like the fan cams before the emotion kicks in. Watch along. Go to Pommy and Oz. Go watch him do the watch along. I think that'll start from probably 7:30-ish. And then the fan cams will start at about 11:15, 11:20. It's a little bit longer. It takes me a little bit longer to get home from Marvel. So I'll be home as soon as possible. Otherwise, there's your team show. Round 3, 2025. Oh, you're streaming tonight as well. Port Essendon tonight, Carlton Dogs, and then the Hawks GWS game. Awesome. There you go. All right, guys. Sending all the love. Big hugs. Go.
But look, I don't want us to settle that it was a good effort or it was close. It was unacceptable. And we've got to be better.